Be very careful. You don't want to watch me. If I come in your world, I'm going to call forth greatness. I will make it uncomfortable, I will make it fun, and I'll make it worth it. Be very careful. Do not let me in unless you're ready for your next level. Yes. 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 So let me let you guys in on a little secret. So Josh and Aubrey hang out with Glenn and I, and we have 3 other couples, and we travel together. We do some pretty cool things together. And so there's 10 of us, right? Well, it turns out in the last week that 4 of the 5 couples have all decided in April to do a physique competition. That means the men are going to be taking the stage, trying to put on 5-10 pounds of muscle, taking off some fat, reorienting our body's composition. And the stage, your first time, my first time was 8 years ago, was scary, right? Because it's like, I'm naked and everyone's staring at me, right? And then we have ladies, my wife included, that are doing bikini competitions. One of us, Marjorie, is doing a wellness competition because she's got a stronger physique. And so our friend, the Bishops, so basically it started with me, Trent, Richard, and Ryan that are like, okay, we're gonna do this competition. And last week on Tuesday, when I started 4 new people for their extreme weight loss journey of over 100 pounds, people that work in my company, Glenn said, she surprised me. This is the day before Monday. She's like, I wanna do a bikini competition. I'm like, what? Like, I'm all sorts of excited about that for so many reasons. But then Glenn, I'm like, geez, should Glenn do this alone? So I started telling her girlfriends in our friend group about this. And Cheryl, Ryan's wife, reluctantly is like, last minute, she comes on stage. Esther, Trent's wife, didn't go on stage and felt FOMO, like, you guys left me out, you betrayed me. So 2 days later, she chose in and she's coming on stage. Marianne, who's pregnant, having a baby in November, only has 4 months to prep. She jumped in. So basically, 4 couples are now enrolled in this. So a few days ago, I'm like, hey, Josh and Aubrey, there's no pressure whatsoever. But all of your friends are going to spend the next 9 months going for this thing, and we think that you should have an opportunity to choose out or choose in. Seriously, for real though, no pressure, right? But we are friends that the reason why our friend group clicks so well is because we're growth warriors. We're pushing, we're growing in our businesses, in our personal lives, in every way possible. And I only know Josh to be a man that faces challenge dead in the face, stares it down and says, I'm coming for you. And that's held up true up until this moment. And I honestly don't know what's about to happen. Because Josh, I have seen Josh tackle fears, insecurities, worries, and doubts. What makes him such a strong business leader, such a strong father, such a strong husband, is that he faces challenge and he overcomes them. And I've only known him to be this way up until this moment where I don't really know what he's going to say. So I know I'm putting you in a corner, but let's be honest. Last night when Aubrey was there, she basically said, I'm putting it on Josh. She says, if Josh says yes, I'm doing it. And I know she wants to prepare for a pageant. And having a bikini body, if you will, is only a part of what she has to do to be ready for a pageant. But she basically said, it's on Josh. It all comes to his leadership. It all comes to his bravery. It comes down to his courage. So I don't know what you're going to do. But that looks like 9 maybe people of the 10 are in. And I don't know. I mean, it's either going to be 8 or it's going to be 10. And so you've had very little time to think about it. And you don't have to say yes. We're all doing it for a different reason. And my question for you is, what do you want to do? No. I know that right now you're in front of people that you respect. You should feel no peer pressure from that. I know you're sitting with your mentor on his private jet. You should feel no peer pressure from that. I know that all your friends are doing it except for you. And you should feel no peer pressure from that. But for real.
Yeah.
I'm a horrible human being.
So You want me to say yes or no right now?
No. What I actually want to do is have a meaningful conversation. Just ask, where are you at for real?
Okay.
Because, by the way, a competition is, truthfully, it's not for everyone. It's it may not even align with your goals or what it is that you really want to go after. Because there's a million ways to be athletic. There's a million ways to challenge your body. There's a million ways to grow. And honestly, it would be stupid for you to say yes out of pure pressure if you don't really have a why or a reason for doing it. But I did just want to ask, you have been thinking a little bit about it. Where are you at?
So it's actually kind of ironic because Braden is here. He went with me to one of the Pure Life franchises, and we got on the scale thing, the health measure tool.
Yep.
That used to be Tony Robbins.
Yes.
And Braden scored like 30, maybe even 40 points higher than I did. And the moment I saw that, I was like, I have to beat him. I have to surpass that. And
there's no ego in this conversation. He's speaking from his heart. It's not about being right or being better than. Clearly, we have more work to do.
But no, like that was legit one of the things. Like I was like,
it was motivating.
It was motivating because
Yeah.
Since then I've probably lost like 5-6 pounds.
Yeah.
And I've been eating cleaner.
Yeah.
And I've been doing more cardio specifically to get my numbers up to be Braden.
Got it. Braden, thank you for being. Yeah. So you're competing.
Yeah, it's a decade difference, but I want to
listen. I'm 42.
Yeah. So I want to.
What was your number?
It was like 416.
Oh, I was way higher than that. I'm messing with you. No, so it's interesting because a lot of people look at something like a bodybuild competition and then they say, well, I don't want to look like that or I don't want to pursue that body. But really a bodybuild competition is it's about a lot of things. It's different for each person, but from a physical standpoint, every pound of muscle that you put on your body, and I got a lot of young people here, so listen up carefully on this. Every pound of lean muscle mass that you put on that your body wouldn't have without hard work burns residually 20 to 40 calories a day. For men, it's closer to 40. And so if a man puts on 20 pounds of muscle, most people will say, oh, that's because he wants to look a certain way. There's an aesthetic appeal. But if you take a look at 20 pounds, that could be an extra 700-800 calories that your body has a machine, an incinerator, burn. And what it does is it creates a little bit more relaxation in the meal plan, right? It means that you can get away with more. It means that you can consume more. It means that you don't have to eat like a rabbit. Most people in society think that if you want to control your body, you need to lose weight. But every time you lose weight, they're usually reinforcing a negative cycle. Because what they're doing is when you focus only on losing weight, but not putting muscle on, you lower your metabolic rate, your base metabolic rate. And the lower your base metabolic rate is, that means the less that you can eat to manage your natural body. So a lot of people don't get it. Even women, when a woman puts on, her natural testosterone count will only allow her to put on 5 or 10 pounds of muscle maybe. But for her, that's an extra 300, 400, 500 calories a day that she can eat. For many women, that's the difference between feeling like you're starving and feeling satiated. So part of real long-term, not as a 32-year-old, but as a 52-year-old, like part of preparing for getting older and the body being mortal and doing what it does is how do I build a body that with each passing year maintains itself even easier? I'm telling you right now, I can eat thousands of calories and lose weight because of the amount of muscle that I carry on my body. And as a 42-year-old, that means not only, first of all, am I fitter than my peers in general, but I'm also fitter by far than people in their 50s and 60s. And what I'm really doing is I'm preparing for the man I want to be when I'm 80 years old and when I'm 100, because I'm going to be 140 years old. I am. Today's tech, today's health innovations, the breakthroughs in modern science and medicine, we're going to live a really long time. They will make us live longer, but they don't yet have control over quality of life. That is lifestyle driven. So I think the number one thing that any person could do is work on putting on 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds of muscle if they can, or a woman 5 or 10 pounds, only because in our freaking food-driven world where it's sugar, 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 everywhere you go, every day is a birthday, an anniversary, a celebration, a made-up holiday, like everything is celebrating life, at least in America, with food, and it gets harder and harder for some people to learn how to manage that. So here's reality. Dude, you're in shape, you're fit, you look great. If you did something like this, beyond beating Braden, it would be to basically just build a stronger, healthier version of you, and your motivations are your own. But that is, I think, one of the great physical or health motives aspects for doing this is I want to challenge myself to control my fat by controlling my muscle. What do you think?
I like the idea. Seems like a good idea, but it just, I don't want to get to the point where it's something that's extreme and unhealthy.
You think that 10 pounds of muscle is extreme?
No.
For a 6'2" frame and a strong body?
No.
You think 20 pounds is extreme?
No.
20 pounds looks good.
No.
But 20 pounds is healthier. It's greater longevity. It's a higher quality of life. It's greater self-control. It's greater everything. Is that really extreme?
I don't think so.
Let me ask you, do you find as a businessman that your results come from being average instead of extreme?
No.
No. Do you think having an average marriage is the goal?
Not at all.
So where has extreme been your friend in life?
Just about everywhere.
So when you look at all of the abnormal, amazing results you have, has any of that come from pursuing mediocrity?
No.
Why do you think it's any different with your body? The spoils of war always go to the people that are more in control, have more dominion over their body, have it in check, control it, right? Finances, relationships, health, they're all connected. Health is not going to be the exception. But we're about to take off. And so that means you only have about 90 seconds to decide.
All right.
No, real quick, go here. Go here. Not here, and not ego. Go here. Take a deep breath in, and just ask your own self an honest question, because it's about honoring you, not me, not us, not your wife, not anybody else. The real question is, if you went on a journey the next 9 months for a higher level of body mastery, putting muscle on, taking fat off, to see more of what you're worth, what you're made of, what you can do, what you're capable of. The question is, with everything else you're balancing in your life, is timing yes for that? Is timing no? Is that something that honors you or not?
Yeah, it honors me.
You want to come and play?
Yeah.
You want to join us?
Yeah.
You want to have some fun? Yeah. Do you want to have loads of peer pressure from this dude right here and the rest of us to go rock it?
Yeah. Let's go.
Hey, guess what? Give it up for Josh Jones! You know what Aubrey's gonna do, right?
Oh, she's gonna ape in. She's coming.
Yeah, dude. I'm excited for all of my friends to be in this game for the next 9 months. Clint, what do you say?
Amazing.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing a brief pause on the podcast to share with you the number one question that I've been asked for the last 20 years. Ever since I became a millionaire in the game of real estate, people love to ask, Kris, what would you do if you were me? And so I invented this thing called financial game plans. And what I basically do is I ask you a whole bunch of questions, find out your job, your income, your whatever, how you've been stashing cash, or whether you're deeply in debt. And then I basically say, cool, I wake up as you, and if I want to become a multimillionaire, what choices am I going to make different than you? Well, guess what? If you're curious of knowing what that might look like, you can click the link down below and request a free game plan. I've trained a massive staff of superstars that know exactly what I would do, because everything I do is a system. So if you want to know how to build the most wealth, click the link below and request a free game plan. Get a multimillionaire's perspective, and who knows? We might be partnering up on business, real estate, or some sort of other wealth creation where we end up doing it together. Click the link. I'll see you there. Can I tell you, in April, when we're in our board shorts that are custom made, wearing custom robes. No, I know it's sad, I know.
You get to wear a cold trunk.
Wait, can I wear a Speedo?
No.
That's a different competition, but you can do it if you want. You just have to have some thicker legs. So just imagine this. Imagine this one moment, because I think 9 months is worth a moment. Close your eyes. It's mid-April. You are with all of your friends. You're supported by all your other friends. And they're looking at their business leader. They're looking at a man of fun and passion. They're looking at a man that knows how to create results in every area of his life, and they see his wife competing on stage. They see him in his proper attire on stage. They see him being the best version of him. You are joined by all of your friends. You're all doing it together. You're sharing the most special day. You're celebrating 9 months of higher level mastery. Can you imagine how cool that moment will be for the rest of your life? Can you imagine what you're going to learn or what it's going to lead to? Can you imagine a higher level of self-respect and love that you'll have for having done something really hard? And can you imagine the lifetime memories that you're going to share with all of these people that you love so much? Is it worth it?
Yeah.
Is it worth the experience?
Yes.
Does it honor you?
Yes.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
It's going to be challenging. Parts of it going to be hard.
Yeah.
Is it worth it?
Yes.
And Josh, that is what inspires others. That you do it.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's
go.
go. Let's go. Woo!
I want to let you guys in on a little secret. So the reason why Josh and I are partnered up with Elite is because Josh brings so much to his company, and he's asked me to bring some things to the table. And one of the things that we're bringing to Elite is a higher level of culture. And there's actually a secret to having an amazing culture. One part is your credo, right? Like, what do you stand for? What makes you unique? That's one thing. But you know what the other part is? It's gamifying growth. And the only way that you can really gamify growth is if you make it fun to grow. And so I have a secret in my business that creates crazy results professionally. And this is our belief. What our people do in their private life and the successes that they have outside of the company are more important than their successes in the company. And when your people see that you believe in them more than just their results, that they can see and be appreciated for, when you start celebrating what they do in private, that is when it goes from a job to a team to a family. Because your family are the ones that care about what you're doing non-professionally. And so 2 years ago, we made the shift. What our people do in private, their successes at home are even more important than their successes in the company. That's when they really feel believed in. Not just, well, we believe in you when you're here, we believe in you when you get a result. It's, can we believe in you based on what you're doing to succeed in all areas of your life? I'm going to tell you right now, when your team sees in April that you take that show, when you broadcast that today, when you share that with them, they're going to be curious, they're going to be inspired, and they're going to seek for more private personal wins. And when your teammates have private personal wins, how do you not professionally perform at a higher level? The reality is it raises all tides, but it takes a leader to do that. So I'm just honoring the fact that you choosing in, you cannot even yet in this moment understand the ripple effect. Just like I'm still constantly surprised by my ripple effect, by my whole team, every time I do something for them that doesn't affect their company performance. So this is going to be big. This is going to touch a lot of things. It will touch literally someone getting solar on their home or not. Everywhere. But by you doing a competition. How stupid is that? How amazing is that? That's real. That's real.
I feel it.